The GenPop podcast. In this show, St. Laz will bring you the unfiltered truth of what really goes on inside of correctional facilities, and he holds nothing back. Sometimes hilarious, sometimes disturbing, and always memorable. Laz will tell you just how barbaric, unnecessary, and damaging mass incarceration is, from the inmates, their families, all the way to the over-policed communities the cycles begin in. You can watch all these stories on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to St. Laz on YouTube at st.laz on YouTube.
What up, world? It's your boy Mark Walter Ward, St. Laz, Super Facts Show, GenPop Recap Podcast, Super Facts Network. What up, Laz? How you doing, brother?
What's good, my bro? I'm chilling out. I'm trying to turn the volume up on this right quick. All right, there you go.
It's all good. While he doing that, you know, we ain't have one of these recaps, and this is kind of a mixture episode because Laz been going live a lot on Facebook. I'm sorry, on YouTube, which been getting a lot of attention. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to St. Laz on YouTube. It's just STLAZ. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when he's going live. I mean, some of them shits have huge numbers. He's played unreleased songs with big artists. He got this exclusive content if you like the prison stories. You respond to his questions in the chat. I see you try to give everybody a good chance to get their question answered too.
Yeah, you know, as much messages as I could see that should be disappearing and popping up. I be doing all type of shit, but yeah, man, I be trying to get the people joints, haters and all that.
And I know it's in the last few. Yeah, I did see you had to bark on some haters, but I know it's in the last few of them you was concentrating on your music, which goes, you know, real good with what we're gonna talk about, because over the course of the GenPop series or the Brooklyn Legends or the Rikers Island, you know, there's been some music related stuff. So you know, one of the first ones I want to talk to you about, because it kind of moved me. You know, you had an episode where you were talking about it might have been two different episodes, but you spoke on listening to Me Against the World, and I believe was it Hell on Earth, or was it The Infamous while you were in prison?
The Infamous.
The Infamous. And you know, I could really relate to that, because when I was locked up in South Carolina, bro, on like Saturday nights, you could get this North Carolina radio station if I stood like by my window just right, and they had they used to play the Stretch and Bobbito show, and so I could hear that shit, you know what I'm saying, on the little radio, the Walkman and shit. And I remember I heard Teflon. I can't remember how that shit went, but it was some song where he was talking to a chick about on the phone while he was in jail, and he was like, "You better watch your tone. Don't forget who you talking to, cause we over the phone." And I remember how much that shit used to move me, just being able to hear that new music. And I couldn't even imagine being able to hear something like The Infamous or Me Against the World the first time. So what is it like? Like what is that like? Explain to people what it does for your spirit when you get to hear music. Like it used to take me away. One of the few times.
I mean, you know, when you locked up, man, you know, at that age, we was young, you know, early 20s, late teens type status. So it's like, all you really could do is think about the streets, your friends, all the stuff around your way, your block, all the stuff you're missing. So when dudes drop a street project like that, you know, that shit is like the closest thing of getting a peek into what's going on in the streets. If you've been missing for 2 or 3 years out the streets, them albums make you feel like, yo, this is what's going on out here. This is and you feel in tune again. So it makes you feel in tune again with the streets. And that's the reason why people love that music. You feel me? Because they have a burning desire not to be left out, or not to forget about what's going on. You feel me?
Right. You know, the other joint I remember when I was in the South Carolina joint, bro, you know, people had tapes and that shit. And somebody had All Eyes on Me, but they had the second jump. You know, this is the first time I ever been locked up. Like I've been arrested before, but I've never been held past a arraignment or whatever, just overnight shit or on the weekend if the court wasn't open. And I remember I asked a cat, I don't really like the second one as much as the first one. You got the first one? And he's like, the fuck this shit look like? Waxy Maxi's motherfucker, you in jail. So another joint, you know, I thought the series you did about the Terre Haute, with Lil Durk's father, Big Durk, was real interesting. How did that come about? That's somebody you knew? They reached out to you?
That's my bro that I was locked up with. I mean, he was in state prison together, but he came home and caught a federal charge and was in federal prison for 16 or 17 years. So that story is what happened while he was on that bed for 16, 17 years. But basically, we from the same hood, the same neighborhood, and we was in another jail together up north in New York State, where we met and started fucking with each other.
How do people respond to the stories that you're not involved in? Is it any different?
You know, some people saying, yo, Laz, you should stick to doing your stories, but then you got a bunch of people that's like, yo, I love these telephone interviews. I love this. And really what it is journalism. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting to the root of stories, legendary stories that happen in Brooklyn. You understand what I'm saying? So it's I don't really care about, the viewership may be a little bit lower on those and things of that nature. I don't care. It's about putting out great content with each upload. You heard? Now the live stuff is giving me, like, I ain't mess with live, but now I realize live is a good outlet for the music. You know what I'm saying? Who people think I'm neglecting. So now that people think I'm neglecting the music, now I get to use the live to show them I'm actually still recording. You understand? Dropping that heat all the time. And I'm sitting on about 500, 600 hit songs that y'all might have not heard. You heard? So it's like, now I love that. Now I guess. And now live has a purpose. Before, it ain't really had no problem sitting there just talking to the phone. Like, now I could play some music. And then, I could take people around New York City also. You feel me?
Hey, bro, as far as the music goes, it ain't old if you ain't heard it.
Exactly. Aside from that, but it's like I got mad new crazy shit. I just fell back from releasing so much music because it was falling on deaf ears. So, I'm on my Prince shit. Man, our Prince he never stopped making music. He just stopped releasing music commercially.
Shit, I could dig it. I mean, we spoke shit. I don't know. Y'all go find the episode, listen to everything we ever released. But we spoke about how the music helped you vent. But since while we still talking about the live, I couldn't get it uploaded because apparently there's issues with turning lives into audio, and you said it wouldn't have worked anyway. But I'm a little sad I got to miss out on the whole Pottersfield story. I mean, I know you can go back and watch it.
I think it's a way to get the audio off of live. It's just that, like, even with that live shit, Rush is annoying. Like when you do a live,
well, like you said, we want to see the questions, right?
I heard that if you go on the computer, you could and you watch the live, you could see the comments. I'm not sure how true.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't put down no audio pod. You know what I mean?
No, you can't. Yeah.
So I know that's we'd be here an hour talking about that, but could you briefly summarize? I mean, I can tell y'all who Pottersfield is. Like any other self-respecting rapper in the early 2010s, whatever they call that shit. Laz had a crew more talented than most. A lot of times, I think those cats would be more like people that was protecting the artist because the artist really weren't about it. But in Laz's case, it was most of the people was from your hood, right?
Yeah, like, it's different generations of Pottersfield. Like, you got the jail generation, you got the Brooklyn generation, and then you got the Dykeman generation. So, like, the Pottersfield that most people that was involved with the music industry know, that's mostly, that's a mixture of the Brooklyn generation and the Dykeman generation. You heard? So a lot of those dudes are from Dykeman, some of them are from Brooklyn. So it's like a mixture of Brooklyn and Dykeman.
But those are, back when I was interviewing you back in the blogger days, when you had the videos on MTV and shit, the cats I would meet, like O.P. and the boy Bucka. I mean, not meet, but deal with. I never met none in person. I ain't trying to be on your front. But I interacted with heavily. They was the Dykeman Brooklyn generation, huh?
Both of them is from Dykeman.
Got you.
Both Bucker and O.P. Hangman is they both from Dykeman Projects.
So on this live, how deep did you go into it? Because you told me at one point you was gonna break down, you know, like how they fell off rapping and all that stuff. Did you go in all that?
I mean, I can't say dudes fell off rapping. You feel what I'm saying? I could say that
Fell back from the Pottersfield movement. Would
yeah,
that be a safer way to phrase it?
yeah, like
Because I ain't trying to assault nobody either. I got nothing but love and respect for them.
Yeah, nah, I can't say dudes fell off rapping. I could say that we fell off putting out music together.
Yeah, that's why I meant. I phrased that poorly. My apologies, Pottersfield.
All good, but yeah, man. But me and Bucker still record mad shit. You heard me and Soldier did some shit not too long ago. Like, it's just that, you know, motherfuckers is all spread out doing what they do with their family and their regular life shit. But me and Bucker live next to each other, so we able to just get in the lab sometimes and lay some shit down. You heard? But mostly I be on my dolo shit, my bro. Like, I be on my dolo shit. Like, I made a whole lot of group music, so you know what I mean? It's kind of fun to be on my dolo shit now.
All right, and I ain't trying to get too heavy into it, but you know, artistically, like by far my favorite after you was O.P. So what's the deal with him and music and his story in general? Like for those who don't know, this man Opium got a very nice amount of attention in the blog era. He didn't quite get the placements that Laz did on like the radio stations and stuff. I don't know. Was he featured on any of your songs that was on the radio?
Yeah, son was on. He was on mad songs on the radio. Mad crazy songs.
But none of the MTV videos, right?
Yeah, he was in the video with Jada Kiss too.
No, he was right. Oh, yeah, dumb tripping like shit. Yeah, he was on Swag on Pluto. And then he had a huge article on Media Takeout making fun of his hangman tattoo, which had like this ill ass symbolism behind it. And I had a blog site that at one point was getting over 1 million views a month. I got receipts if anybody want to challenge me on that. And by far the biggest article I ever had was Opium responding to Media Takeout, which he gave me. I saw that shit. I actually showed it to him on Facebook, and he gave me an interview on it within the hour. So I got to respond in a super timely manner, and that kind of elevated my status for real. Because then Media Takeout responded to me on Twitter and shit. So you know, I got mad affection for Opium just for that alone.
I ain't even know that.
Yeah, it's on Drake and Dank blog spot. Anybody want to look it up? It's still up there. But so you know, moving on with the music, and then you know, I'd already mentioned you know, the shows with other people. But like, you know, the Brooklyn Legacy series, man, the Biggie tape story, that's just a crazy one. I don't want to spoil too much of it, and I know it's generic to say the talk about, but could you just tell as much as you feel comfortable telling about that episode, and then they can go hear the rest of it, because I'm telling y'all that is one of the wildest things you'll ever hear. It's thought provoking.
Which episode are you talking about?
Foul and the Biggie tape.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. That's my bro Foul. You know, Foul rap with me. We do a lot of songs together. We got an album together that's on like all the streaming platforms. Put in St. Laz Foul, Brownsville, Fort Greene. And son went to jail when he was young for that case, and you know, it was all over the news and shit, and he was trying to say Biggie's music was causing violence in Brooklyn and stuff like that. And he gave up the whole story, man. So you know, that story was dope. You feel me? And it's like, you know, when I bring dudes on my platform, I don't just bring dudes on there to glorify violence or talk about how tough and they did some real shit. I bring dudes so that they could paint a picture to people who may have a certain perspective on them or judge them a certain way. They could paint a picture on, you know, and give the people an insight into this street shit where it's like everybody that you heard that dropped or everybody that got shot or shootout, it's not always rooted in just some like ignorant bullshit. Like sometimes it be certain circumstances that happened that played out to certain things. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not like a dude is just a brutal. It's not always the case that a dude is just a brutal murderer or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Nah, I
Sometimes,
know, bro. I know.
yeah, so, you know, that's what I try to do, man, with this platform. I try to give a voice to those that some may think are just, you know, killers. You heard some
Well,
niggas that
hey, can we segue real quick?
no
You
doubt.
know, I did a jump that it's out right now. Y'all check it out. Your man Dog with a cat. I mean I grew up with him as far as he lived in the same neighborhood as me, but we weren't tight like that. But you know the G from the shop who I do SD with is close to him, and he raps. So we did a jump. And you know there was certain incidents that happened in my neighborhood, and you know how everybody in the neighborhood know what really happened, right? But the
Mm-hmm.
way they wrote that shit in the newspaper was not what happened, or the way they talked about it on the news was not what happened. And I know you know what really happened in a few things, and I'm curious, was that your experience as well?
You mean as what? You mean as far as my case?
Or nah, any case, like anything that you know, like, and then when you see it wrote in the newspaper, or when they talked about on TV, it don't even sound like the shit that really happened.
Definitely, man. You know, the news, the media, the newspapers, they here to sell. They're not here to tell the exact truth. They here to sell newspapers and make you watch the news at 6 o'clock so that they could sell whatever products is on. I mean, the commercials in between commercial breaks. So you heard every story you see on the news or hear on the news. It's not right and exact. We know that from the Central Park 5 situation. You heard
Word.
where
I
niggas
mean,
had
I mean, bro, like one of these Johnson was like a scared type dude, like a scared nerd dude, like how you was talking about the 18-year-old who was gonna get his buns took in the case of the booty banditry gone wrong. Y'all check that episode out. But that's some funny shit. But in all seriousness, it was this scared dude that was getting bullied for real for a long time. Like he even went to the cops and all that shit. And like cats in his neighborhood beat him up for going to the cops. And he finally shot the dude that kept bullying him in school because the dude kept like robbing him and taking his coat and stealing on him every day. And then when the shit was on the news and on the news, the dude that killed him, they tried to make him look like he was a straight like I mean we ain't have gangbangers, but like a straight like a O dog type motherfucker. And I swear to God, homeboy is in the motherfucking chess club off the no bullshit. And then I remember I tried to tell my family what was going on because you know it was just me and my old grandmother living in the hood while the rest of them lived in the suburbs, and they used to tell me I was lying. You know what I mean?
Mm. So they had him in the paper looking like old dog.
Yeah.
He was in the chess club. But that's how that shit be though, man. You know what I mean? They'll make you out to be a motherfucker. They'll make you out to be a maniac when shit ain't even go down like that. You heard?
Yeah, nah. That shit is utterly ridiculous. But you know, since we talking about real live shit, you know, this ain't strictly music related, but another guest episode that was fascinating was the 50 Cent stabbing, and I don't want to give the whole thing away, so y'all listen to it. It's a hella story. But you know what stuck out to me is the real 50 Cent. It is how homeboy said that's what made him like basically become all the way cold hearted. And then go back out there and start terrorizing people. And while you was locked up, you ever seen some shit that changed a motherfucker and then just made him be on that some I don't give a fuck shit?
I mean, you know, all through the state prison system is tales and stories of dudes who were at one time victims and then they just started getting crazy. You heard? I know a couple of them personally whose names I won't want to mention, but I know a couple of dudes who they came to jail and they was victims and then they became the serious victimizers. I mean, I remember one time I was on Rikers Island and me and my man was in the pen. I was in the pens with a dude from my house coming back from court. And he was like, yo, what up? He's like, yo, you want to get this dude for his sneakers? You heard? And I just remember like not giving a fuck. I mean, at first I was like, damn, you about to rob this dude for his sneakers? But then I was like, fuck that. Niggas robbed me for my sneakers when I came through. You understand? So we took that nigga's sneakers.
That's like some bonfire of the vanity shit.
Yeah, I took them shits and I kept them shits. You heard? And so it's like, yo, that's how shit go, man. You come in as a victim, you leave as a victimizer. That shit fucked up.
See, I ain't quite had that experience. I left out that junk though, like, you know, with this motherfucking drug felony and I can't get no job, but like some Target or some bullshit that I don't want to do. That shit just made me be, because I mean, I ain't trying to be conceited and shit, but I'm a little smart. Shit, I ain't never get convicted of something I did, and that shit just made me be like, fuck it. If I can't make no real money, I'm a hustle. You know, like I think a lot of times people don't realize putting that felony on somebody, man, that shit limit your chances. So what the fuck else is you gonna do? I mean, you ain't, man, I ain't gonna work at McDonald's, especially if before I was getting locked up, I was making like 10 stacks a week in the 90s and shit.
I couldn't do none of that, my nigga. Like, nah, I mean,
and it's not even about being too good for it. It's about people
mean,
barking on you.
Yeah,
you know
but
not
mean? Only that, but jail fucks you up socially, my nigga. Some people could bounce back from that shit and they could go back and fit back into society and be normal and people. Now, other motherfuckers, once they done been in the mountains for a certain amount of years, they ain't never gonna feel comfortable around regular civilians again.
You always think people trying to take advantage of you. That's one problem I be having. That,
you just feel awkward. You just feel awkward.
Like, see, I be extra aggressive, bro. Like more than I was before.
You feel like you a convict. You feel like you a convict pretending to be a civilian. You heard? So you got that in the back of your head at all times. Like, yo, I'm a criminal that came out the state penitentiary, and now here I am working amongst y'all people who never did a crime in your life. You understand what I'm saying? And then y'all don't even know that I'm a criminal. You be thinking about that all the time, so you start feeling awkward. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So it's not a good look.
You know, I said this on our episode that I forgot to hit record on, so this would be a good time as any. Since I've been home, which has been over a decade now, I still have a problem that I be scared to ride in cars, especially like on the highway and shit. And it's from being outside, not being in a car for so long, I guess. I remember the very first car ride leaving off the jump, you know, you ain't driving but so fast because it'd be a long ass little road from where you get released to where you get back on the real road. And they doing like 20, and to me it's like I'm on a roller coaster and shit. And I'd be like mad annoyed, clenching up, scaring the person next to me and shit.
Yeah, man. That's how it be. If you ain't been inside no nothing moving that fast and that long, that shit, it takes some getting used to. It's like after I had a car accident. After I had a car accident, I was annoyed. Period. Any car I got into, I was like, yo, watch out. Driver be like, yo, what's wrong with y'all? Just came out that accident, bro. That's all I keep thinking about. You feel what I'm saying? So once you put this shit in your head, it's a wrap.
And that shit gotta be mad unhealthy for you because you basically in fight or flight the whole time, which is just pumping mad stress through your body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, man, I got a lot of jail stories about a lot of wild shit happened, but it also was a lot of boring ass days.
Oh yeah. That's the worst part is the boredom, bro.
Yeah, niggas watching motherfucking trash shit on TV, playing fucking chess and motherfucking checkers and cards and all of that, raining in the yard, nothing to do, can't go out to the yard. Like, nigga, that shit depressing.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like, you be bored as a motherfucker, like,
and lonely.
Away, like. So, you know,
I be lonely, bro. I used to stay having a dream that I was home right before I woke up almost every day. So, you know, we don't want, we'll end it on a more humorous note. You know, you got a lot of web series now, Fat Vegetarian, GenPop, the Rikers Island series. But, you know, I really fucks with the Brooklyn Legacy series, and that M.O.P episode is hilarious. So you got jumped by the whole M.O.P.
Facts. I don't know if all members were at attendance that day, but I definitely got jumped by a major mob. Word up. At least 20 motherfuckers, so it was ugly, baby.
Man, y'all should definitely go check that one out. When you thought your face was cut real bad, that I mean, it's not funny, but the way you be telling it, that should be funny as shit.
Word up! I thought my shit was hanging on the floor.
I like how you ended that though, saying about how it's no animosity and you's a fan of their music. Man, I gotta tell when me and my wife watched that episode together, and she was like, don't tell about the M.O.P store. So look, me and her went to Rock the Bells, right? And you know how your girl don't ever want to listen to you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter if you're the biggest expert in the world on the subject, your girl don't never want to listen to you. So M.O.P was at that shit, and I saw Remy Ma coming out from the back, and I told her, I was like, put your elbows up, and she was like, why? Right as the first notes of Annie Up came on, and the band next to it just ridiculously, because you know that shit turned into an instant mosh pit. You know what I'm saying? Because Rock the Bells is mostly white motherfuckers, or at least it wasn't Maryland.
Mm.
Yeah, so you know, if anyone out there hearing this, if you ever at a festival and you hear Annie Up come on, put them elbows up.
Could get tossed. Word up though, but nah, man. Yeah, that's a true story, man. Brownsville shit. You heard?
Yeah, man, they mad underrated. I wish some of that Rockefeller material they recorded would come out.
Yeah, man, they got some wild ass albums though, man. Like I had a few of them albums up north when I was locked up.
The shit with Cold as Ice on it.
That Warriors album, like I don't remember which one is which, you know what I mean? But I know I had that Warriors album, man. That shit was crazy.
Yeah. You know, I had that shit. I had that shit on tape. That's some old school shit, but I definitely fuck with that. I fuck with. I mean, I don't know if they released too much shit past like the 2000s, but all they shits that came out in the 90s, I definitely fucked with all of them.
Yeah, they always was putting out some type of music.
Did you ever interact with them in your music career?
Nah.
So like no little fame beats or nothing?
Nah. One day I got to get a track in with one of them dudes, though. You heard? You know what I mean? But like I said, my people's done been on tracks with niggas and shit like that. But probably go down one day.
I'm sure. And then before we get out of here, what you got coming up with all the web series?
I got a lot of shit coming up, man. I got some good stories to stay tuned for. You know what I mean? I'm about to tell some crazy stories, man. You know, sometimes when I start feeling like I'm getting a little stuck on stories, I just go into my Rikers Island show notes on my phone. I click that joint. It'd be like 1,000 stories that I jotted down so that I wouldn't forget. You heard? And I find them shits from time to time. So I found some new ones, bro. It's about to get ugly real soon. You feel me? I'm gonna start testing my shit too, like going outside, just throwing the camera on. I don't even know which story I'm gonna tell. I just get into it, talking about jail. You heard?
Yes, sir. Yeah. All right. Well, that's enough for this show. Thank y'all for joining us. GenPop Recap Podcast, Super Facts Show, Super Facts Network. Make sure you subscribe to Saint Laz on YouTube. Hit that notification button so you can see when he's going live. And the podcast is available on all platforms. Y'all have a great evening.
Thanks.
The Super Facts Network, home of GenPop, SDE, and the Super Facts Show. Now available on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts from. Come check out St. Laz, G from the Shop, and Mark Walter Ward.
So, you know, we don't want, we'll end it on a more humorous note. You know, you got a lot of web series now, Fat Vegetarian, GenPop, the Rikers Island series. But, you know, I really fucks with the Brooklyn Legacy series. And that M.O.P episode is hilarious. So you got jumped by the whole M.O.P.
Facts. I don't know if all members were at attendance that day. But I definitely got jumped by a major mob. Word up. At least 20 motherfuckers, so it was ugly, baby.
Man, y'all should definitely go check that one out. When you thought your face was cut real bad, that I mean, it's not funny, but the way you be telling it, that should be funny as shit.
Word up, I thought my shit was hanging on the floor.
I like how you ended that though, saying about how it's no animosity and you's a fan of their music. Man, I gotta tell when me and my wife watched that episode together, and she was like, don't tell about the M.O.P store. So look, me and her went to Rock the Bells, right? And you know how your girl don't ever want to listen to you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter if you're the biggest expert in the world on the subject, your girl don't never want to listen to you. So M.O.P was at that shit, and I saw Remy Ma coming out from the back, and I told her, I was like, put your elbows up, and she was like, why? Right as the first notes of Annie Up came on, and the band next to it just ridiculously, because you know that shit turned into an instant mosh pit. You know what I'm saying? Because Rock the Bells is mostly white motherfuckers, or at least it wasn't Maryland.
Mm.
Yeah, so you know, if anyone out there hearing this, if you ever at a festival and you hear Annie Up come on, put them elbows up.
You get tossed. Hold up though, but nah, man. Yeah, that's a true story, man. Brownsville shit. You heard?
Yeah, man, they mad underrated. I wish some of that Rockefeller material they recorded would come out.
Yeah, man, they got some wild ass albums though, man. Like I had a few of them albums up north when I was locked up.
The shit with Cold as Ice on it.
That Warriors album, like
Yeah.
I don't remember which one is which, you know what I mean? But I know I had that Warriors album, man. That shit was crazy.
Yeah. You know, I had that shit. I had that shit on tape. That's some old school shit, but I definitely fuck with that. I fuck with. I mean, I don't know if they released too much shit past like the 2000s, but all they shits that came out in the 90s, I definitely fucked with all of them.
Yeah, they always was putting out some type of music.
Did you ever interact with them in your music career?
Nah.
So like no little fame beats or nothing?
Nah. One day I got to get a track in with one of them dudes, so you heard, you know what I mean? But like I said, my people's done been on tracks with niggas and shit like that. But probably go down one day.
I'm sure. And then before we get out of here, what you got coming up with all the web series?
I got a lot of shit coming up, man. I got some good stories to stay tuned for. You know what I mean? I'm about to tell some crazy stories, man. You know, sometimes when I start feeling like I'm getting a little stuck on stories, I just go into my Rikers Island show notes on my phone. I click that joint. It'd be like 1,000 stories that I jotted down so that I wouldn't forget. You heard? And I find them shits from time to time. So I found some new ones, bro. It's about to get ugly real soon. You feel me? I'm gonna start testing my shit too, like going outside, just throwing the camera on. I don't even know which story I'm gonna tell. I just get into it, talking about jail. You heard?
Yes, sir. Yeah. All right. Well, that's enough for this show. Thank y'all for joining us. GenPop Recap Podcast, Super Facts Show, Super Facts Network. Make sure you subscribe to Saint Laz on YouTube. Hit that notification button so you can see when he's going live. And the podcast is available on all platforms. Y'all have a great evening.
Thanks.